Final week of the regular season in the Heart of America Conference. 2 games to go, but Evangel has already captured the regular season championship, and kind of an odd feeling as you go through the week. I know that everybody's happy and satisfied with the work so far through the regular season, and you've accomplished a goal. Obviously, Coach Steve Jenkins is not here. Services for his father were the day that we're filming this. So I know it puts even a championship in a little bit of perspective as you've gone through the week.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Obviously, we miss having Coach Jenkins around, and he's such a stalwart on what we do here. And our thoughts and prayers continue to be with him and with his family during this time of really celebration of George Jenkins' life. And so it has been a different perspective this week. It's been an interesting perspective. Having clinched in the last week, I think it's been a while since anybody in the conference has done that, where the last week of the season is simply for seeding purposes 2 through 8 right now. And so I know that's still up for grabs. And so it's been a little interesting. I feel like our guys have responded well. I think they understand the emphasis on us having to continue to play well, play for seeding in the national tournament, continue to play well as far as playing our best basketball in February and March as we've preached since day one. And so it's been an interesting perspective this week, but I feel like our guys have given a good effort. There have been a couple lapses, but I feel like some of our seniors and our upperclassmen have corrected those. And overall, I think we've got a pretty good understanding of what needs to be done, not just tomorrow at Missouri Valley, but also heading into the weekend with Benedictine.
And I know while you've done the basketball work that the Jenkins family hasn't been far from your mind. Obviously, it's conspicuous with his absence. But George Jenkins, I mean, it's not just the father of our head coach, somebody that meant a lot to the basketball program and Evangel athletics in general, as opposed to just the father of a head coach here, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been such a supporter, like you said, not just to Coach Jenkins, but to all of us. He is a common sight in the stands on particular road trips. He's even made the trip here to Springfield, which is probably a 5-hour trip from his home. And I remember him being 90 years old and making that trip and driving down. So he's a huge supporter of us as an Evangel basketball family, and we are fortunate to have had such a fan. And we joke around, or not joke around, but our guys made the notion that although they didn't all know George Jenkins personally, they know the investment that he has into us and the investment he had into Coach Jenkins. And because of that, we feel like we do know him. We know the love that he had for us, and hopefully the way we play can honor that a little bit as we head into this last week. You're never looking for extra inspiration to play, but honoring George Jenkins is a great reason to go out and to finish the season well, to honor him, to honor Coach Jenkins, and to honor the longtime support he's had of Evangel basketball.
These are 2 big challenges too. I mean, you may have wrapped up the regular season, but you're seeing 2 teams that desperately need to win games, these last 2 contests that they have, and you're trying to protect a number 16 national ranking and go to the postseason with momentum. So there's still a lot on the line, isn't there? The first challenge is Missouri Valley, a terrific team, coach, that's really playing well right now.
Yeah, they really are, and it is far from over for us and for all these teams behind us, especially Missouri Valley and Benedictine. There's a lot riding on a game when the second place of our regular season gets an automatic bid to Kansas City in the national tournament. And Missouri Valley and Benedictine are the 2 teams tied for that second spot right now. So they're coming in playing with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and that will begin, like you said, tomorrow night with Missouri Valley. They come in playing really, really well, coming off a high of knocking off Benedictine at home, and the final score of that game was a 1-point game, but they had a double-digit lead for a lot of the second half, or close to 10-point lead for a lot of the second half of that one. And they're playing with a lot of confidence. The Missouri Valley teams are really dictated by effort. They play as hard as anybody in the league, especially on the defensive end. Very scrappy bunch. And then they've got 4 legitimate scorers on the offensive end. They've got inside guys of Raviel Burton and James Lane. And really, I think James Lane is playing as good as anybody in the conference. He's a double-double machine some nights, kind of like Corey Tillery is for us. And then they complement that with Brad Hamilton, one of the best shooters in our league, who we saw at our place when he got really, really hot and hit about 5 or 6 threes in the second half alone. He's a very, very dangerous player. And then Andre Scott as well is another guy averaging double figures for him. So not only are they playing with great energy on the defensive end, they've got 4 guys that can really score the basketball on the offensive end. And we've got to do a nice job of identifying those guys, finding them in transition, and then just outworking them, because they are going to run their stuff. They're going to run their stuff really hard and really fast.
Saturday's senior day, so we'll celebrate some careers there. But the challenge there, you see a Benedictine team that I know deep down you and the coaching staff believes still probably the most talented team in the conference, regardless what the standings say.
Yeah, the Benedictine on Saturday. First of all, a day to honor our seniors, which is it's always fun. There's always a range of emotions that come with that, and we're honoring 3 pretty good ones. You look at Corey Tillery, who's been a 3-year player for us. Really going to go down as one of the top scorers and rebounders in school history in just 3 years. He's having a phenomenal year, obviously averaging a double-double, 16 double-doubles on the year this year. Just tremendous. We get to honor him. We get to honor Brody Wingert, a 1,000-point scorer out of Springfield Kickapoo, so that's always fun for these local guys. Corey Tillery being a Parkview guy as well, being a local guy. But Brody, a 4-year starter for us, and has been just a solid player in every aspect of the game. He's always one of our top defenders. He passes, rebounds, shoots, and scores the ball well. So it's going to be a special time honoring him. And then Josh Verink, who feels like he's been around here for forever, and there's probably some truth to that. But get to honor Josh Verink, and hopefully a large contingent of his large family is able to be here for that as well. So it's an enjoyable time to honor our seniors. Once we get done with those festivities and that celebration, there is work to be done with Benedictine coming in, and as you mentioned, they have all the right pieces. They are a team that has great size. They've got great athleticism at the guards. They can really shoot the basketball as a team, and they have all the right pieces. You know, Coach Jenkins and myself, we felt like they were the team to beat this year in the league. And honestly, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that they would have 6 losses in the conference, they would have really surprised me, because they are still hands down one of the best teams in the league, and we're going to have to play really, really well on Saturday, and would love to do that and send our seniors out on a high note playing here at home.
That home game on Saturday, 4 o'clock, as the Crusaders take on Benedictine. A game at Missouri Valley on Thursday at 7:30. For EvangelAthletics.com, I'm Ed Beach.